By definition, megalith means big stone, and this is a big stone. And there's lots of big stones around in the world. So why here? Because this big stone is one of a group of very many that we can see all around here and in this hilltop. This is a megalithic monument, very possibly a stone circle. Let's explore it.
The Bejaira megalithic complex is on the Lisbon Peninsula, near the town of Sintra. It's in the north part of the Sintra Concelho. It's on a hilltop just outside the village of Bejaira, from which it gets its name. There are no signs telling you how to get to the complex. You just have to look out for this nondescript gate.
Gate's open and it's not locked. So we can go in as long as we shut it behind us.
Many, if not most, prehistoric sites in Portugal are on private land. But if the gate is unlocked and there's no signs prohibiting you from entering, you are allowed to come in to a site like this. Just close the gate behind you. You can see this path has been cleared, probably by the owner of the land. Last time I came through, it was all grown over with bushes and brambles. It's a short walk up the hill to the site. As you near the top of the hill, you'll see stones on either side, and then you come to a large glade with stones of all different kinds of sizes, big and small, many covered over with ivy or moss. The path that's been cleared leads to another grouping of stones to the side, and you can see stones all along the pathway. Many of these stones are enormous. Some look like they might be menhirs. Others look a little bit more natural or more like tables. Beyond this side grouping, there's another path that leads over to two of the largest stones. These are enormous, at least 4 meters tall. Archaeologists have determined that at least some of these stones were placed here by human beings, and they think it may have been a cromlech or a stone circle.
In this central spot, it certainly seems like stones are circularly arranged with low, smaller stones in a kind of tighter ring and taller, bigger stones outside. And beyond, you can see a further cluster, which also seem to be circularly arranged.
The site has been officially declared by the Portuguese government as a property of public interest. It's not a national monument, but it is a site that's of interest to the public. It hasn't been thoroughly studied, but there's definitely evidence of prehistoric megalithic construction here. To my eye, this outer group here has the biggest indication of being a stone circle, with a circular arrangement of these stones and a kind of a central stone that looks like it's very much been shaped into a menhir.
On this site, there are stones literally everywhere. Small ones hidden in the brambles, bigger ones poking up. How many more behind all the vegetation?
I flew my drone up over the site to see if I could get a better view and maybe grasp some shape to these clusters. But with the overgrowth of the bushes and the tree canopy, it really wasn't easy to see any kind of structure. To get a much better view of the stones, I had to turn to a 1986 book of archaeological roots from the Department of Cultural Heritage. And there's one photograph of the complex in that book, which shows a lot of stones on a hilltop. There are a number of other photographs, seemingly from the same era, on the SIPA website for the Department of Cultural Heritage, which show some of the same stones that we can see today, and others that are buried by the bushes and covered over by undergrowth. Interestingly enough, on Google Earth, there is a chance to kind of roll back the data to a previous time. And if you go back to about 2013, you can see the hilltop with less coverage, and a lot of the stones are exposed in this view. It's definitely possible to make out some of the stones that I visited in this video, both on the central clearing, which seems to be more exposed, and on that side view, which has less vegetation, and you can clearly see the small group that I featured. It's fascinating to visit this site and to wonder about how it was constructed. But we do just have to wonder because since it was first found by archaeologists in only 1961, it's been studied a number of times, but no real excavation and diagramming of its architecture has been done. And in the 1970s and 1980s, several stones were removed by the property owner and used for construction purposes and even for decorating a local house's garden. If the Bakhaira megalithic complex is in fact a cromlech, that would be of significant archaeological interest. Portugal doesn't have many cromlechs, and essentially every single one of them is in the Alentejo region. This site's isolation would be well worth studying and paying close attention to. I would hope that a serious archaeological study of this site could be done to really determine its nature and to properly account for its construction. It would make this place, apart from being beautiful, much more meaningful.
Archaeologists think this may have been a cromlech or a stone circle, but they're not sure, and not enough studies have been done to prove it for sure. Certainly, some of them, like this one, looks like a menhir, and some of the groupings certainly seem to be circular. Whether or not this is a proper cromlech or stone circle, it certainly is a gorgeous site and well worth coming out to visit. If you want to know more about the megalithic complex of Bakhaira or any other site in Portugal, check out the links down below. My website, prehistoricportugal.com, has information about all kinds of megalithic sites and other prehistoric sites of Portugal. And please do like this video and leave a comment if you wish. And subscribe. I'm going to be bringing lots more visits to different sites around Portugal, as well as other information about different aspects of the prehistory of Portugal. Thanks for watching.